Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about things slowing down and whether or not that'll change anything. We're going to talk about a couple of questions. We're going to provide some clarity. We're going to talk about how things that might seem like a good idea aren't, and definitely talk about how the devil is in the details. Okay, so the two questions. First, why can't the U.S. just stop instead of slow? There'll be a video down below. There's 1,000 foreign policy reasons why the U.S. can't just stop providing aid. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, miss the news. There's reporting that suggests the United States is considering slowing delivery of some types of military aid to Israel. Not stopping, slowing. Creating an artificial delay in hopes of encouraging them to scale back operations. Okay. The next question was, will this work? Is it a good idea? Will it work? Maybe. Is it a good idea? Depends on how it's done. And I have questions based on what has been publicly released. So, the information that has been reported is that the U.S. is considering slowing delivery of offensive systems. That makes sense. That's good. That tracks. It appears to be focusing on two specific items. And you have a whole lot of people who are very excited because the U.S. is thinking of slowing delivery of JDAM systems. Yeah, that's bad, actually. That's not good. People associate JDAM with the bombs that are falling on Gaza. And yeah, that's part of it. But what the U.S. is talking about and has been delivered, what's being reported in the discussion anyway, it's not actually the bombs. It's a little guidance system. It's a package that makes it more accurate, that is fitted to a bomb. If Israel doesn't get those, it's not like they're going to stop bombing. They're just going to be less accurate, less precise, which means they'll probably end up using more of them. I promise you, if the JDAM guidance systems are not supplied, if they run out, if Israel runs out, there will be an increase in Palestinian civilian loss. Guaranteed. I have no doubts about that. So, no, I don't think that's a good idea. That seems like a horrible idea. The other system they're discussing is slowing the delivery of 155 shells. These are artillery shells. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. That is where the pressure can actually be applied and it not kill a bunch of innocent people. I mean, which I would assume would be the goal here. So these are exactly what you are thinking when you think artillery shell. Comes out of a cannon, like and lands. Israel, I don't know the extent to which they are using those to soften areas before they go in. But I would imagine it's not being, it isn't being ignored. That is probably something they're using a lot. Slowing delivery on that, it is very focused on stopping offensive measures. It is very focused on something that they really need, and they might actually curtail operations if they don't have. And it doesn't hurt civilians, which again should be the primary concern here. Will it work in the sense of altering Israel's overall strategy? I don't know. I don't know. What I do know, the other thing to keep in mind is that this is less likely to happen now that it's been reported on. Understand, this isn't new. The fact that this was on the table, this is not new. This is not a new development. The U.S. position for quite some time has been that Israel needs to get out of Gaza, needs to scale back. And remember, the U.S. deployed advisors trying to get Israel to not go in to begin with. Slowing, curtailing these deliveries is not new. It being reported on is. And if it wasn't reported on, the U.S. would be more likely to do it, I think. There's a difference between being able to say, oh, well, we just ran out of those 155s, don't know where they're at, and openly it being in the news that you're doing it to disrupt their military operations. So we will have to wait and see. When it comes to something like this, the devil is in the details, and some of the details that are coming out, they're not well thought out. But again, all of this reporting is very it's light, and this shouldn't have come to the public's attention, to be honest. So hopefully it will proceed with the 155s, slowing delivery of those. That would have the greatest effect and would protect life, which again should be the goal. I would hope that it starts with that. Whether or not it would be effective is anybody's guess. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.